Finding out, I had no plan of action. I just didn't even know what to do. I think I just thought I need to tell everyone, firstly, speak to my family, see what if they're going to disown me. Not that they would ever do that, but that's what I thought was going to happen. And then sort of go off from there. And then after I had her, things sort of just felt like they were falling more into place. That mustache is throwing me off every time now. Offline conversation and or the offline grow. Okay. Look. Meltdown. With it being a cryptic pregnancy, it obviously gives you no time to prep at all. And I think when I say that to people, I think they think I mean like physically, like buying stuff. But like that is easy because like obviously financially it's not easy, but getting hold of things, you can just go into Smith's and get a cot, a pram, like bottle. You can get everything all at once. It was like the mental load. Oh no, we've got to go through it. I'd had some porridge. What a lovely breakfast you have. Them beautiful blue eyes. It's affected my mental health in terms of obviously it would anyway. I think having a child affects your mental health anyway, but not knowing is really it's that you just can't even explain it to someone. I remember watching something and someone was saying that and this is someone who knew they were pregnant and they'd planned it, and that when they were pushing the pram and they were out with their child, it felt like they had imposter syndrome. And I was like, that's such a good way to explain it. It's like I'm pushing a doll, like I'm taking care of a doll sometimes. Like, it doesn't feel like this is real. But that person obviously had the 9 months to prepare, maybe even time before that. Whereas I just didn't have any of that. And that is the weirdest thing because you're just, motherhood and parenthood, you're thrown into the deep end regardless. But especially not knowing, you're just like, it's literally just like, and because this life is so different to the life I was living, even like a month previous, it really took a toll on my mental health. And because it was so, I don't like saying traumatic, but it was traumatic. There's no other way to describe it. But it was, and everyone around me knew that I was going to have some sort of counselling or anything like that after. So when I was then diagnosed with postpartum depression and anxiety, I don't think it came as a shock to many people because I was going through all the emotions that you have when you have a child, but without knowing that I was going to have a child. And it was like everything was so heightened. And then it was like I was having all these emotions and the hormone changes of having a baby. And then also mourning the life I had before in a way because I had no time to prep that wasn't what I was going to be doing. I thought I was going to be carrying on living in London for I don't know a couple more years, like working, but obviously I've moved back home with my family and I'm not doing any of that. And that was the thing that I just sort of thought I was like never going to be able to do anything like that again, which is obviously not the case. But it made me just feel like I don't know. I had no purpose apart from being a mum, which I know isn't true now because I am my own person. I'm not just a mum. But at the time, I was like, I have no personality trait other than being a mum, and that was hard because I felt like people didn't like me, and I was like, because all I talk about is her, but that's because that's all I can talk about. But now I've got my feet in the ground and I'm feeling a lot better. And I know it's right, so I don't miss that life anymore. I do, obviously, but I know that this is right, so yeah. Need any help? Will you carry
She's kind of like waking up, but then when she's awake, she's like crying and trying to go back to sleep.
Like, hand on my heart, I literally don't regret anything. Like, it sounds so cliche, and I feel like when people used to say it, I'd be like, oh god, but genuinely everything happens for a reason. Like, this is what my life is now, and I wouldn't change anything because I just have to look at her and I think I can't imagine my life without you, or I can't imagine what I'd be doing now if I didn't have you, because she's just so encapsulating, and like, she is my whole life, my whole world, and I can't even think of what it would be like without her, because she's perfect and she's just a little me in you. And this is Isla. Yeah. I don't know what to say. What should I say?
She always go on.
Yeah. Yeah, Isla. Woo! Hop little bunnies, hop hop hop, hop little bunnies, hop hop hop, hop little bunnies, hop hop hop.
You sing it like
No, yeah.
no, yeah, no sing.
Cheesy beat, cheesy beat. Mummy was just talking about you. About amazing you are.